Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about the new Emporium guide, basically in-game shop, free shop basically, on what you should be buying with your currency. Now the big change is Slumber Essence has been added into multiple sections of this shop, and it is a majorly limited resource, a very valuable resource for your account development. However, the same thing can be said about your stellar crystals. So for example, we'll start with the arena store because this is actually a good representation of it. You get stellar crystals with your arena coins. Now, for the majority of players, basically everyone, your priorities will always be getting the stellar crystal first. When you're done with that, only then can you consider picking up the Slumber Essence, and this will apply to all different stores, including the Recruitment Store you see over here, which also has Slumber Essence, also has Stellar Crystals. You're always going to pick up your stellar crystals first because that is actually allowing you to build the heroes. Slumber Essence is something that over time you will acquire, and you do have some to start off with as well. So it isn't as valuable as stellar crystals, but it is basically as limited as them. Now the question is, do you want to prioritize building any arena heroes here from the arena coins, or do you go straight for the Slumber Essence after you're done with your stellar crystals? Now it will depend, right? Now as for these 8 heroes here, they're not any major Paragon upgrade priorities. Like really the only one I can say is maybe Rowan if you plan to use him in a light bearer PvP team, or Igor if you use him in a Bonnie damage over time team. Those are really the only ones you would want to really realistically consider Paragon upgrading. Apart from that, there's not really anything major here. And you don't even have to, because again, Igor and Rowan, even though they are candidates for Paragon upgrade, they're not absolutely essential for that. They're not like a top tier meta PvP hero. So if you choose not to, you can go directly for your Slumber Essence. So for example, for me right now, I have key heroes, obviously Paragon upgrade, and even more than that. And I'm going to be funneling all of my coins, apart from the Stellar Crystals, is going to be going into the Slumber Essence. And this is going to apply to all of the different stores. If we look at the Recruitment Store here, now unfortunately the price of this Slumber Essence is very high, that only spenders, and probably high spenders at that, will ever be able to afford this, because the top row, or even these final 4 items, double epic invite letter and double stellar crystals, these are the things which are the only priority purchases. After that, for players in the past who have extra tokens, they sometimes buy these regular invite letters, but these Slumber Essence are very, very expensive and probably going to be out of reach for a majority of players, and they're not going to be a priority to pick up as compared to these top row items. At least these final 4 items you see here. Now, what I am going to do is I'm not going to be picking up any more of these A level and S level soulstone fragments, because these are they were never really that a good option, but like there was nothing else to buy here, so we were buying them. But like this gives you random things which you don't want. Most likely it's some hero you don't want. And this is going to be guaranteed Slumber Essence. So I'm not going to be buying any of these fragments anymore. I'm only going to be buying these Slumber Essence at the bottom, and in total it is expensive. Like you can get 3 lots of 5 for each of these. In total you can get 30 Slumber Essence from this shop every month, but it is gonna cost you like almost 20k tokens in total tickets, and like we have 168k, so it's gonna last a while, but eventually you are gonna run out because it's very expensive. Yeah. Now the other stores is not really any other major priority. As you can see here, I picked up one of these EX plus 15 reset tickets with season tokens. Now this is not probably a recommended thing to do, but if you are, a player who wants to reallocate your red essence, this is a good thing to buy, because it is going to be cheaper than, picking up a whole Abyssal Essence. Like, if you can just reset a plus 25 hero you're not using anymore, you're not planning to use for PvP, this is going to be a lot cheaper than that. Now, the problem is you're not actually increasing your overall resources on your account, you're just reallocating, and you're paying a pretty hefty price for that, but it still is worth it. I always buy the Dream Fragments here, and even more so, it will be more important now. And, even buying the arena coins, I didn't even think about this until I started making this video. But this this may also be a priority because when you think about, I always bought the dream coins because I wanted to buy the abyssal essence from the dream store. But now, of course, in the dream store, it's again, you have the slumber essence available. So I'm going all in for the slumber essence. And again, it just comes down to, do you have the key heroes you want here, Paragon upgraded, which really, literally, it's only probably Nero and Citrana. These are, and Leica maybe if you want to use her for PvP, but she's more niche. Nero and Citrana for like Bonnie damage over time teams, or Nero to take a Lily May interruption. These are heroes you will want to Paragon upgrade, and you should focus them first. But after you're done with them, you can safely begin going for the Slumber Essence. And the Slumber Essence is going to be more valuable than the Abyssal Essence because at this point you're going to have quite a few, like enough basically red Twilight Essences to get enough heroes are plus 25, and you're going to want to get that Slumber Essence for those upgrades. So you can buy this 6 times from the shop. This is 54k in total every month, which will not be possible to keep up with it every month. But do as best as you can. That's what I'm buying. I mean, in the past, these even used to be a consideration, the Temporal Essence, but honestly, I would say probably don't worry about that. Go straight for the Slumber Essence. And the Arena Store is kind of the same. Now, but when we go back to the Season Store, this is why I buy the Dream Fragments. However, now I should also be considering the Arena Coins. If we did all of this is 1,000 by 15, that would be 15,000, right? 15,000 is going to take it over to 21. We'd be able to buy out these last 2. And that was, so basically we'd be getting 10 of this Slumber Essence only for the price of, 10,000 season tokens, which is expensive, but it's worth it. But this is again a thing you would do if you have your key Paragon upgrades from the season store here already. Like if, for example, you're a Paragon upgrading, I don't know, you could just wishlist these heroes. That's the other thing. These heroes are available on wishlist, so it's not the most optimal thing to be buying their copies here for Paragon upgrades. You should just try to get them over time on your wishlist. But if you really wanted to rush or finish off some Paragon, you can. But like the more efficient thing now is basically convert it into the dream fragments. I'm just doing it right now. I'm converting this into the arena tokens because this is actually going to be the play, and I'm going to do this basically every month because to keep up with the arena coin and then the dream store slumber essence, because this is the most valuable end game resource. Again, it doesn't mean that you skip your stellar crystals. These are still the most valuable, and even for me, they're still the most valuable. But slumber essence is after that, especially if you're not working on Paragon upgrades or anything. And never touch this trial essence here. That's just ridiculously priced. Okay, so Dream Store, you guys basically got the message. It's also focus this, because it is a more limited resource compared to Abyssal Essence. You do have enough. If you reallocate your red Twilight Essence, you will have enough, even as a lighter spender free to play, to have at least 10-15 heroes at plus 25 exclusive equipment, if not maybe even more than that. So you don't need to get this red thing here. You just want to get the Slumber Essence because this is much more limited and more valuable. And okay, now we come to the Whale Store, the Spirit Store, and this is a very important part. As you guys can see here, there are a lot of valuable purchases. So number 1, you have your Stellar Crystals, and your Stellar Crystals is going to, it allows you to summon Celestial Hypogeans. It still is the most valuable thing to be buying from the shop. Number 1, it even more important than Slumber Essence and everything else. But the other things here are really valuable. So number 1, we have the EX plus 15 reset ticket. Now, only buy these on an as per needed basis. This is not something like I buy out every month. I just bought it this month because I thought I'm going to do a lot of reallocating because, the new system came in. I wasn't prepared for it. I have a lot of weird heroes at plus 25 and good heroes I want for PvP at plus 20. So I need to reallocate that. But generally, I don't buy this, but it isn't the most terribly priced one. And it's probably the most efficient way of acquiring this. Stellar Crystals. Now, Season Tokens are also very valuable. And overall, I'm still probably going to buy it. And then it's just weird because like you're farming dupes. So we didn't even talk about how you get the Spirit Store currency, but it is from dupes. I'm going to talk about that in my wish list and how I'm basically strategizing this. But you farm dupes to get this Spirit Shards. You buy your season tokens with the Spirit Shards. You take your season tokens, you convert into Dream Fragments and Arena Coins. You go into the Arena Store, then you buy out your Summon Essence, you buy out your Summon Essence with Dream Store. So it's like a big, like a machine, like a chain reaction type thing of that. But anyway, I probably am still going to buy this. This is a good amount you get for a relatively good price. So I'm probably going to buy both these out and then try out the Slumber Essence as well. Yeah, but if I had to pick, it would be Stellar Crystals and Slumber Essence as the top two priority. Obviously, Stellars first, and then this last. And the reds ones are the lowest value. I have a lot bought out because I bought them before I knew this system was coming. So I wish I didn't. If I knew this was coming, I would rather just had the horde of my currency because it's gonna be expensive to buy these things out every month. But yeah, now I'm gonna show you guys. So spirit shards from the spirit store are fully farmed by getting duplicate copies of your already Paragon heroes. Now, because you get like a lot of slumber essence from that store, spirit store, and then also slumber essence from the other stores, which all can be farmed by the season tokens, conversion, and things like that. It's just better that you farm as much of your spirit store currency as possible if you have any Paragon 4 heroes. Of course, you can only do this, the shop is only unlocked, if you have at least one Paragon 4 hero. Now, the way you want to do this is make a wish list. Obviously not like this. This is a Kraken wish list because I already have all my key heroes Paragon 4. It doesn't mean I have all of them Paragon 4. Like, I have other heroes I was working on in just Paragon 4. But now I've put all that aside. I don't care about any random hero Paragon 4. I just want to farm as much Spirit Store currency as possible. And that is your plan. So for example, if you have a Paragon 4 Gala, and maybe you're building some other hero here, although you shouldn't really because there's not really any other Paragon target. Maybe Hepler, maybe Zandrock. But basically, you can just keep your Gala here, keep farming those Spirit Store currency. If you have like, I don't know what other hero you would have. If you have Pheromore Paragon 4, Bonnie Paragon 4, keep them on the wish list and just farm out that Spirit Store currency. It is going to pay off and it's going to be valuable for you. Basically, now is a time to really tunnel vision and hyper focus on what you need to do to strengthen your heroes as much as you can, and that is going to be by getting as much spirit store currency as possible, because just focus on a few of your key top tier PvP heroes, Paragon upgrade them, but then don't just try to Paragon upgrade everything randomly. That's basically what we were doing in the past. There's no point in that. And I'm not going to Paragon upgrade PvE heroes anymore. I'm fully focusing only PvP heroes, only Paragon upgrading them, and then rest should be farmed with the Spirit Store. Like Eve is a great example. Eve is a hero who's going to see some usage in Dream Realm. I am not going to Paragon upgrade her. She's purely basically PvE. I don't like her enough for PvP, and also she's way far behind. It's going to take ages for me to actually Paragon for her. So I will not be putting her on my wish list. In the past, she would definitely be going on my wish list here, but not anymore, because I need to get that Spirit Store currency that is far more valuable, and just getting Slumber Essence to max out my PvP teams rather than getting another PvE hero Paragon upgraded. So that's basically what I'm talking about with this optimized wish list, and Epic as well. It's going to be all farm. So I have a lot of tickets. I saved them because I thought eventually I'm going to use them when I have a nice wish list full of good heroes I want. But now I'm just going to have to use them to farm Spirit Store, so I can use them whenever I want, basically. And yeah, so that is a whole game plan, guys. Basically, the Emporium guide with the new system that we currently have. And really, you want to prioritize your Slumber Essence. That is a major, major priority. And it is something that is just a very limited resource. It is going to take your PvP heroes onto the next level. And even me, for example, myself, like I'm a high VIP player. I got some for free from the loyal patronage, but I'm not buying the pop-up bundles, and I have 1,000 left. But like, I have a lot of heroes I could be considering upgrading, so I'm very, very cautious with how I'm allocating my resource right now. Even my key top tier PvP heroes, I've not taken them to level 4 immediately, like Sleaze, Dunlinger, Gunner. I know other people have taken them to immediately to level 4, especially even some of the more higher spenders. And even I have enough resources I could do, but I want to make the most optimal allocation, and gradually over time with these Emporiums, with whatever gains we get in game from income, that I'm going to try to make that work for me without having to buy, the pop-up packs, which are very expensive. They're very, very expensive. Honestly, it's very, like, I can't really justify that, at least for my, my state, for me personally. Obviously, everyone has a unique circumstance, right? But yeah, for me, yeah. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's basically talking about the Emporium. This is what is important. Try to do all the tips I talked about in this video. Obviously, I know many will not have the Spirit Store unlocked. This is just something to give you an idea when you do unlock it, when you get your first Paragon 4 hero, which PvP focused players should be getting close to, probably, if you are really focused on PvP. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you have any other tips, feel free to share them in the comment section. That is always much appreciated. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.